If you're trying to buy a house right now, or you're planning on buying at some point in the future and you want to negotiate the best deal on a home, here are 3 things you might want to consider not sharing with the seller so that you're not oversharing too much valuable information that they could use against you as leverage. Number 1 is your full pre-approval amount. Why? Because if you're negotiating the deal, you don't want the seller to know how much you can actually go up to on price. Not to mention the fact that the value of the seller's home has nothing to do with your pre-approval amount regardless. So there's no reason they need to know. Number 2 is your timeline. But if you're not in a big rush, you have plenty of flexibility, then you can get away with telling the seller this and it not being that big of a deal. But if you're in a pinch, you're in a rush, you need to close on a home as soon as possible, do not tell the seller because they could potentially use that as leverage against you in negotiations to get a better deal for themselves. So keep it to yourselves and just tell them we have the ability to close as fast as possible. Sellers like closing fast. So if you tell them that, there's a better chance that you can get what you want and use that pinch to your own advantage. 3 is the full appraisal value. If the appraisal comes in at value, that is all that the seller needs to know. They don't need to know if it comes in a little bit above value, because if you tell the seller that the appraisal came in, $10,000 above what the current purchase price of the home is, then there's a better chance that they're not going to be willing to negotiate in repairs because they're already going to think they gave you a deal. So when the appraisal comes back, just tell the seller it came in at value, we're good to go.